Hello to all animal lovers and our adventurous furry friends. Welcome back to Telltales TV. In today's episode, we're going to unravel an ancient mystery. Why are dogs and cats often portrayed as natural enemies? Is this rivalry written in their genes or the result of their life experiences? Grab your magnifying glass and let's investigate. But first, give us your like and subscribe to our channel to keep learning more about the animal world. From the dawn of domestication, dogs and cats have played essential yet distinct roles in human societies. The coexistence of humans and canines dates back at least 15,000 years, when dogs were domesticated from wolves and began to serve in multiple roles: hunting companions, herd guardians, home protectors, and symbols of power and loyalty. The loyalty and trainability of dogs have earned them a prominent place in human life, making them an integral part of many daily activities. On the other hand, cats are estimated to have been domesticated about 9,000 years ago in the Middle East. Their domestication is closely linked to the rise of agriculture. With the storage of grains came the proliferation of rodents, and cats, being solitary and efficient hunters, became valuable for their innate ability to control these pests. Although their independent nature made them less susceptible to direct training, cats earned affection and respect for maintaining balance in the agricultural ecosystem. The cultural narrative painting dogs and cats as natural enemies may have its roots in these fundamental differences in behavior and function. Dogs, often working in conjunction with humans and other dogs, developed complex social skills, learning to read human gestures and commands and to participate in groups. Cats, on the other hand, retained much of their independence, with a set of social behaviors that favor solitude and autonomy. These intrinsic divergences may have led to occasional misunderstandings when the paths of dogs and cats crossed. In a casual encounter, a dog might interpret a cat's independent posture as disdain or hostility, while a cat might see a dog's direct approach as a threat. Without the need to interact in the course of their traditional roles, dogs and cats had little opportunity to learn each other's body language, thus reinforcing the perception of antagonism. Delving into the science of animal behavior, it is evident that dogs and cats possess predatory instincts that are the result of their distinct evolutionary histories. These differences are fundamental to understanding how each species relates to the world around them, including their interactions with one another. Dogs, whose closest ancestors are wolves, inherited a pack social structure that emphasizes cooperation and hierarchy. In wolves, group hunting is an essential activity for survival, and this characteristic was transferred to dog behavior. Domestication refined these instincts, making dogs more adaptable to human needs, but the basis of their behavior is still shaped by teamwork and loyalty to their pack, whether composed of other dogs or humans. Cats, on the other hand, descend from ancestors that hunted and lived in a solitary manner. The ancestors of cats did not depend on a complex social structure for survival. Their approach to hunting is based on patience, individual calculation, and the ability to attack small prey without the need for support. Consequently, modern cats tend to be more independent, relying on their own capabilities to meet their needs, instead of seeking the collaboration of their fellow species or humans. It's important to note that while genetics provide the backdrop for behavior, the environment and individual experiences play a significant role in shaping each animal's personality. Dogs and cats that grow up together, or that are introduced properly at a young age, often form bonds that defy the genetic tendencies of their species. Science teaches us that genetic predispositions are not immutable destinies. They form the basis upon which learning and experience build, creating a spectrum of possible behaviors for dogs and cats that go far beyond their original predatory instincts. The influence of the environment and upbringing on the behavior of dogs and cats is a fascinating field of study that combines aspects of genetics, ethology, and psychology. Ethology is the scientific study of animal behavior in natural conditions. When it comes to shaping the behavior of these animals, especially regarding their ability to coexist peacefully, the importance of the environment in which they are raised, along with the experiences they have from an early age, cannot be underestimated. Dogs and cats raised together from a young age are more likely to challenge the traditional expectations of animosity between the species. Through early socialization, the process by which puppies learn to interact effectively with other living beings. They develop social skills that are vital for interspecies communication. For example, a cat may learn to interpret a dog's enthusiastic tail, wagging not as a threat, but as a friendly gesture. Similarly, a dog may learn that a cat's avoidance behavior is not necessarily a sign of disinterest or antipathy, but an expression of its more independent nature. Raising in an enriched environment that promotes positive interactions between dogs and cats can lead to a deeper mutual understanding. Establishing routines that include joint play and exercises can reinforce bonds and reduce tension. Additionally, equal treatment by humans, avoiding favoritism, helps prevent jealousy and competition for resources or attention. Moreover, ethology studies suggest that exposure to a variety of stimuli and situations during the critical period of socialization, generally between 3 and 12 weeks for puppies and up to about 9 weeks for kittens, is crucial for the development of appropriate social behaviors. During this period, positive experiences with humans, other animals, and diverse environments can deeply influence an animal's ability to adapt and behave well in different contexts. However, early socialization must be done thoughtfully and controlled. Abrupt or stressful exposures to unknown stimuli can have the opposite effect, leading to fears and anxieties that persist into adulthood. Therefore, the role of breeders, guardians, and animal behavior professionals is essential in ensuring that these initial interactions are positive and constructive. The practice of raising dogs and cats together in a harmonious and controlled environment shows that it is possible not only to mitigate undesirable natural instincts, but also to cultivate a relationship of respect and camaraderie between the species. Behavioral studies and anecdotes from pet owners around the world provide compelling evidence that, with the right approach, dogs and cats can live together not only peacefully, but also form an enriching companionship for one another. The communication between dogs and cats is a complex dance of body language and social signals, often subject to misinterpretations between the species. To understand the dynamics of this communication, we need to dive into ethology and animal psychology to decipher their nonverbal vocabulary. Dogs are, by nature, social creatures that evolved to live and work in groups. Tail wagging, for instance, is a canine expression of emotions that can range from joy and excitement to nervousness and even submission, depending on the overall posture and the speed of the movement. A slow wag with a relaxed body generally indicates a friendly state of mind. However, if the tail is stiff or the wag is vigorous with a tense body, it might be a sign of alertness or excitement. For dogs, these signals are clear and part of a body language they instinctively understand. Cats, conversely, are solitary predators that primarily communicate through subtle postures and facial expressions. Isolation and independence are valued traits in cats, who often prefer their own territories and moments of solitude. For them, the tail serves as a complex communication tool. An erect tail can be a sign of trust or greeting, while lashing may indicate irritation or anger. Therefore, when a cat encounters a dog wagging its tail, it might interpret this signal as an expression of aggression or unrest. When dogs observe a cat's reserved behavior, they might mistakenly interpret it as antisocial or uninterested. What is, in fact, a normal expression of independence for a cat can be seen as a challenge or an invitation to chase by a dog, especially if he is not accustomed to the subtleties of feline body language. These intrinsic differences in communication can cause confusion and conflict, but also offer opportunities for learning and adaptation. Regular and supervised interaction between dogs and cats can help them better understand each other's social signals and develop a common language. They can learn to read each other's behavior and body language, thereby facilitating coexistence. For example, a cat can learn to approach a dog in a non-threatening manner, while a dog learns to respect the cat's personal space. This bilateral education is most effective when started early, where puppies of both species have the opportunity to grow together and form a mutual understanding of their body languages and social signals. The key to harmonious coexistence between dogs and cats, therefore, lies in careful observation, patience, and constant socialization. By recognizing and respecting the differences and similarities in each species' forms of communication, guardians can facilitate an environment where dogs and cats not only coexist, but also share a respectful and often affectionate living space. The image of the dog and cat as archenemies is therefore more a cultural myth than a biological truth. As adaptable and intelligent beings, both dogs and cats can learn to share spaces and even enjoy each other's company, overturning centuries of misunderstandings and paving the way for a new era of interspecies understanding. What an incredible adventure this has been, right? Explorers of paws and claws. We hope today's discoveries have opened your hearts and minds to the possibilities of friendship between our beloved dogs and cats. And remember, harmony starts with understanding and patience, whether among pets or people. If you enjoyed this dive into animal behavior, show your support by leaving a like and sharing the video with other animal lovers. Do you have any stories of interspecies friendship to share? Leave them in the comments. We'd love to hear your experiences. And don't forget, subscribe to Telltales TV and activate notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly episodes, where we always have fascinating stories and valuable tips for life with your four-legged companions. Until next time, and a lick and a purr to you, here at Telltales TV, where every tale has a story.